I remember when I got the call from Maynard, because I met him through doing Tool right around that time. We became friends in '96, and he said, you really got to check out this stuff. And I first heard those Perfect Circle demos, and I was blown away by them. Three Libras was on there, and I just was absolutely knocked out. How was the recording of that first record at that time? Because I got to come in and watch some of the mixing process, but making that first Perfect Circle record, did it come along quickly for you guys once you figured out who was going to be playing with you? And did you and Maynard, the writing process, were you handing him instrumentals to work with?
Yeah, it was pretty complete songs, I would say. The drums started working with. I had programmed most of the drums on the computer, so they were like raw, rough parts were there. And started working with Tim Alexander from Primus, who was playing with us too. We did like 20 club shows before we got signed.
Yeah.
And Josh he did like 18 and Josh did 2 or something like that. Yeah. And so Tim was there, in the beginning. And basically Josh came to track a lot of the tracks in sporadic sessions, both at Sound City up in Van Nuys and at my friend Scott's house. He's got a place called the Shop.
Sound City is a great drum room.
Yeah, it's a great drum room.
It's one of the best. Of course, everybody's recorded there from Fleetwood Mac to Nirvana's Nevermind.
Yeah.
And it's got that big drum sound. When people hear that on your record, or even on like something else, Teen Spirit, that intro with Dave Grohl, that room is famous.
Yeah, it's nothing to look at, but it's great. It's a great place.
It's that old warehouse out on the side there.
Yeah, and so the drums were recorded sporadically over a few different sessions, but pretty quick actually. But the music was a long time coming. Yeah. It was definitely a year and a half of kind of similar to Ashes to Divide. It's a similar kind of way. I was trying to figure out what I was doing. It's hard when it's good and bad when there's no parameters set. You can spend a lot of time tinkering, but working on the Guns N' Roses thing, there was a lot of tinkering going on, and it kind of was a way of, okay, I don't want to go forever. At that point, it felt like forever. It's just like, this is long enough. Got to commit to something. It was a good time for Maynard. Things were working out. We found, we loved Failure, and we opened up for Failure on a club show. So Troy was there, and he was done with them, and we got to bring him on. And Paz was one of the first people I thought about being in a band with. So
Paz was great. She looked great, had a cool feel. It was cool that they had a great lady in the band as well on the first one, and obviously with Josh and Troy, it was a great lineup for that record.